Hey everyone, welcome back to the garden. Today is primarily part 2 of our potato growing experiment. A few weeks ago I shared a video that featured 4 different ways that I'm starting seed potatoes. And throughout the growing season I want to see which plant is more successful. So we're checking in today. It's only been a couple of weeks, but we're going to take a peek at the seedlings and how they're doing. Here behind me is my cold frame that I just built. It has been the most amazing nightly salad bar. And then of course the seedlings that I've brought out to help them harden off, because we are almost ready to put our plants outdoors in zone 5. I'm not necessarily going to do this in the order that I did the first video, but the 4 different ways that I'm planting potatoes this year is the Ruth Stout method, and that's this bed here. Looking here first at our Ruth Stout bed. Surrounding it with stone this year, I wanted it to look a little bit nicer, and for some reason, I don't know, it's just more beautiful. I'll grow a couple of things up this trellis here, like maybe some gentle vining flowers. But let's take a peek at how the Ruth Stout method potatoes are growing. So mostly we just see hay, right? But we do have a couple babies coming up here. Now I put 8 or 9 seed potatoes with chits on them in this bed, and you can see we have 1. We have a little guy right here. 2, and he looks really healthy. We have some right here, so there's 3. I almost called it, but here's another little guy, 4, and I have no doubt that the rest of them are really going to sprout soon. That's kind of the fun of planting. It's really slow going, and then all of a sudden the weather turns and boom, they all grow. So if you're choosing this method and you're following along, don't panic. They are coming up. They're just getting started. So here we've got 4 out of 9 that have sprouted. I'm not mad at it. Walking over here, we've got our 2 5-gallon buckets, and you can see we have 1 very strong, very sprightly potato chit that is coming up. And in total there are 4 chitted seed potatoes in these buckets. So 1 out of 4. That is walking over here to the raised bed that we put our other potatoes in. Let's see, what do we got? Do we have anything? Let's see. This is not a potato. I spy with my little eye 0 potatoes coming up in this raised bed. If you noticed in the last video, I did mention that this is the shadiest bed. However, it's only shady in the summer when things have trellised up here. So, no success there yet. Again, we'll have to see because it's not even May 15th yet. Revealing now the 4th method I used, which was starting these taters in recycled Starbucks cups, and you can see, let's just pull them out here so we don't confuse them with the rest of the plants. And there they are. I mean, holy smokes, look at these babies. Super healthy, started indoors, no competition, ideal conditions, so of course it's no surprise that they are just flourishing here. And of course, if you do this indoors, you do need to bring them out and harden them off. Now, a really good start, as gardeners we know, a really good start does not guarantee a really good finish, because now they have to come out here and put themselves up against Mother Nature. So what I'm going to do is plant each of these in the ground, over in the Ruth Stout area, right in the ground. Just let Mother Nature do her thing, because I have the sense that we're gonna have the most space over there. So that's what we're gonna do. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. Look at these beautiful taters. Oh, if we could just keep them this small, right? If we could just keep our babies small and cute and sweet and perfect. I'm sorry, I'm having a mom moment. Mother's Day just passed. Happy Mother's Day to all of you mothers out there. Happy almost time to plant in Zone 5, all you gardeners out there. If you're having any sort of success growing your taters, I would still love to hear a little bit of your feedback and find out how you're doing that. Happy growing season, everyone. Oh, hey, you're still here. I'm so happy about that. You're probably wondering, what the heck is this channel about? And I'm just trying to spread the goodness in life. What do I have to offer that I can talk about and share? And that's really the most authentic way that I know how to spread goodness. And since you're here, I want to share one more really fun project that I've been doing for the last couple of years that does just that. In 2020, life went sideways for everyone in ways in which I think we're all still unfolding. And my response to that was, how can I support people through this incredibly strange time? I was able to answer that most authentically by asking myself, what helps me through life? What helps me to feel better, to grow, to feel safe? And the answer to that was traveling and camping, particularly camping. And since I am a solo female traveler and sometimes travel just with my daughter, I depend on folks who curate spaces that are conducive to safe camping experiences. And honestly, there aren't that many. And so I set out to design a small, safe, solid structure where ladies in particular, or moms and children, come and camp. I live along the river, so it's a perfect spot for those who really love to be in nature. I believe firmly that whatever you receive is meant to be given away. And this was one of the best ways I could think of to share my good fortune with others. So this will be my 5th year running this as a rental space where mainly women and women with their children will come and camp. And when the garden is flourishing, my guests will pluck from the garden and cook that up or make a salad, and it's really just very fantastic. And I take so much joy in doing this, just curating the space, washing the sheets, coming in here every spring season and debugging it. And sometimes we'll have spiders or wasps or something. But it's something I do with a prayer in my heart that whomever comes in here and spends that special time here, you know, semi-outdoors, under the stars. We have these hooting owls in the neighborhood that talk to each other from across the neighborhood. It really is a very magical experience. My daughter and I have actually spent many nights out here with the twinkle lights on. Then we had a fire and we're telling stories. And it's just so very important. It's one of the little ways that I can offer myself to others. When I built this, I thought to myself, there are people out there who are starving, who are dying. Am I doing the right thing? Is this even important? But the truth is yes. Yes, because we're not here to just think about surviving. How can we contribute to this survival of humanity? But the thrival, the beauty, those quiet moments where we feel safe and can marvel at nature. And that's what I'm doing here. So, I don't know, if you have something to share, I'd really, really love to hear from you. Comments down below. How are you gardening? How are you contributing to the beauty? Or maybe you're not contributing because you're in a period of receiving. How are you receiving beauty? All right, so this is the actual end. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one.